All right, so if you've been wondering where I've been, first of all, subscribe or I kill myself. So just do that. Get that done, please. It's for the greater good. Okay, I'm here to tell the truth and only the truth. And if I'm dead, I cannot do that. And I think that's probably what you want to hear. I'm sure a lot of you are sick of the pumpers and all these YouTubers that really don't give you any type of guidance, just tell you what to buy when they're selling it, yada yada yada. So remember, subscribe or I die. There's really no way around that. So yes, I've been busy with work. It's been hard to put out a video, but I've had the chance. It's just really pissed me off, and I've taken a lot of time to think about it, what I want to do moving forward with YouTube. And I got to have dignity. I got to have honor. I got to get off this platform. I'm done with the censorship, but I speak out against it all the time, and here I am taking money from the people that are censoring. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to move to Rumble. I already see that 11 people have randomly followed me over there. Download the app. I still have to figure out how to even post to it, but I will, and I'm probably going to start that next week. I also have to post for now on YouTube to get my subscribers that I've worked for slave labor for the past 8 months without stopping, without eating, without sleeping, without breathing, basically, to get where I'm at. But that's fine. Guess what? It's taught me a lesson not to start on things that you don't want to finish. I knew going into this that there was a chance that they were going to try and silence me. And I was like, well, whatever, just don't say anything out of pocket. But here's the thing. I can't help myself. I know too much. I have too much knowledge on how the world spins. And I think it plays a huge part into the market because the market is a very huge part of the way the world spins. Finances, the financial system. We'll get into it on Rumble. I'm just going to go all out. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say. And I don't care about subscribers. If you don't want to hear it, that's fine. Go watch MSNBC. Go watch Fox News. Go watch, your Ben Shapiro's and all these guys that just say what you want to hear. But in reality, it doesn't mean anything or matter to anyone because they give you that bread and circus of the, sports. But then when they're the kneeling and the sports and the trannies and the pride, it's all to distract you from what really matters, which is the financial system. And that's what the stock market basically is. So I will not shut the hell up. I will not be censored. Take this video down if you want. I don't care, but I'm done with you. I'm not playing that game, and I'm not going to be a slave to the who's gold. It's just not going to work on me, and it shouldn't work on you. And if I get 1,000 people to download Rumble and switch, then I've done my job. Now, real quick, before I jump into them, I'm going to start doing something a little bit easier. By the way, have you ever leaned on your elbow in such a way that it feels like somebody's stabbing you with a trash can? And the reason why I say trash can is because of how blunt it is. That's what it feels like, except it's getting hammered into your elbow, into the nervous system within your elbow with a hydraulic machine gun situation. Okay, and it's just blunt object into the elbow, into the nervous system, killing cells. Just, have you ever done that? Has that ever happened to you? Because it just happened to me, and it happens quite frequently whenever I lean on this elbow. That's neither here nor there, but I'm going to be doing at least 8 to 10 stocks a night, ones that I really like, instead of going over 40 and trying to get subs by advertising. I don't care anymore. I'm going to single it down to what I really like, what's running, what's been dumping, the stocks that I own, and then we'll go from there. Because I don't want to get people confused. I know that an hour is a long time to watch every night. I do think that on weekends, my weekend video will be an hour long, reviewing a lot of stocks as a weekend review. But we'll figure that out. But it's going to get a little bit easier for me, so I'm able to do it a lot more often because I got to hit these videos once a night. Because it helps me. It helps me. My only health advice, I'll just go over my diet today. Woke up, whole milk, plain yogurt, no sugar in it, cherries, berries, and pineapple, mango, strawberry, okay? Put that in, no protein, doesn't matter, just a nice carb shake with whole milk, not skim milk, not pasteurized, no hormones, raw milk. Then went to the gym, worked out for 5 hours. Yes, I said that correctly. 5 hours was how long I was there. Is that impossible? I don't know. Some people say it is, but I lived it. It's my lived experience. It is my truth. And I worked out for 5 hours. I did the sauna for 20. Okay. I came back home. I had more cherries. I had a banana. I had a nice avocado. I had steak and I had eggs. Right now, bacon is cooking in the pan on low so I can make this video. And when I'm done, I'm going to enjoy 5 pieces of bacon and guess where I'm going next? The gym. I don't want to hear about this. Oh, you're overworking yourself. If you're in the gym for 7 hours a day on your days off, because I don't do anything else. I do stocks, I do work, and then I go to work sometimes, and I go to the gym all the time. If you're going to the gym for 7 hours a day and you're not building muscle, then you're not eating enough. If you go to the gym 7 hours a day and you're not building muscle, you're not sleeping enough. If you go to the gym for 7 hours a day and you don't lose weight, then you're eating the dirtiest cakes of all time consistently. If you have a good diet and you work out that often for that long, you're going to look good. So that's my goal. And now after the bacon and after I get home, you cut off the food at a certain time. You don't eat until you go to bed. Maybe you have some sauerkraut. Maybe you have some, some cottage cheese, okay, to work with digestion overnight. Here's the thing, before I jump into the charts. I only speak on this page on what I know. You might say, oh, he's like bragging. He goes to the gym for 5 hours a day. Who does he think he is? I know about a few things on this planet. I'm almost 34 years old. And I know a lot about a few things. Stocks, health, working out, and events. Okay. That's what most of my time, and I would say about 23 hours out of 24 hours consists of. Okay. Only good things, money and health. Period. So, and the way the world works. So when I speak on those things, pay attention. Pay attention. I'm not bragging. It's just that I've been working out for 15 years. I've been trading for 7 years. I've been doing events for 10 years. I know what I'm talking about. So pay attention and learn. The reason why that's a good segue into my first stock, which is CNNA. I got to flip this bacon. By the way, eat bacon. It's classic and it's good. And it's good for you. Obviously drain the fat, but like the nicest crisp. All right, there we are. And by the way, the cigs are no mas. The cigs are no mas. Cigs are disgusting. If you smoke cigs, you are a bum. You need to get off of them immediately. And I don't want to hear any excuses, okay? I don't want to hear you be like, oh, so hard, I want to smoke. Okay, you're going to get ED. You're going to have bad cardiovascular health. You're going to have a bad heart. You're going to have bad lungs. You're going to have bad breath. You're going to have bad eyes. You're going to have bad skin. You're going to have smelly hair. You're going to have smelly clothes. You're just a bad. So clean it up, okay? Clean up the act. Unbelievable. I'm being facetious. Yes, I only quit 2 weeks ago. And yes, I'm not completely over the hump. I've hit a couple Black and Milds. I've smoked a couple of cigs, but I have no need. I don't wake up in the morning like, where's the cigs? I don't go to bed at night like, where's the cigs? I'm just done. I'm just done. So if I can do it, you can do it. Whatever you're struggling with, put your mind to it and you should be able to overcome it. If it's smoking, trust me, I was a smoker, pack a day for 15 years. Okay. So now if you suck at trading, change it. If you suck at trading, change what you're doing. Don't continue to do the same thing. Don't keep gambling. Don't going for retirement on one stock. I can't tell you. I mean, it was so obvious to me that this was a scam, right? And it ran, it's not EPAS, which is also a scam. They're all scams. Do you realize this yet? Do you know this yet? Have you been paying attention? And I told you it was coming down to 3.8. And what did it do? It did, and it resurrected the next day. Got all the way to 7. I should have bought it, but I wasn't expecting the company to continue to pump on the day that I thought it was going to go EM. That's why I didn't buy it. And I'm salt, because I would have made like 50% because I would have immediately sold it. Now, the people that didn't and didn't listen to reason and wisdom, I'll tell you what they're doing right now, okay? They're searching for a new condo. Their kids their kids disowned them and went to live with their estranged mother, who is addicted to drugs, very harsh pills, and is dating a new guy who's abusive to them and to her, but they'd rather live with that than you. You're seriously contemplating picking up a job as a mortuary assistant, even though you do not like the looking at blood or dead people. You're thinking about being a gravedigger. You're thinking about being a baseball salesman. Okay, you're on Craigslist and you're looking for anything to do to make money, to get your kids back, to get your ex-wife back, and to get your life back. That's everybody that held this stock overnight. Now, that's not somebody I aspire to be. I don't know about you, but I don't have kids, but if I did, I'd want them by me. I don't have a wife, but if I did, I'd want to lay with her in the nighttime. I have a job, but if I didn't, I wouldn't want to go work as a gravedigger. I wouldn't want to embalm bodies with a weak stomach. Okay, but that's where you find yourself. And I warned you that hell was on your doorstep, but you welcomed the flames into your home like a forsaken son returning home, one that has repented and restored your belief in his ability to be human once again. Now, I don't know why, and I don't know if I ever will, but you need to learn. You need to understand that when I'm on a board and I'm saying it's going to hell in a handbasket, I will be correct. On this page, I think I'm at 25 out of 25. I don't know. I've done it so many times, I can't keep count. But every single time I say, hey, get the hell out, this bad boy's going to hell, I'm correct. Okay, and I was all over, and you listened to the pumpers, didn't you? You listened to the people that said, no, the Form 10, it's always the same story. It's always I'm up 500%, and look at my paper gains, 25 grand. You only made $1,000. Okay, but I made $1,000. Almost 600 and $1,000. $1,600 on this stock. Fine, I don't care. This stock's a piece of shit. Okay? You wanted to go for retirement on one stock. You were up $25,000. You were up 600%, and you wanted more. That's greed. It will get you every time. Now, if you still held, you lost everything. You went from going up $25,000 to probably, let's say you invested $5,000, gone. 5,000 into 25,000, and now it's gone. You know, I spend a lot of time on situations like this because it's not going to get me any subscribers. Now, if I wanted to gain subscribers and I wanted to be a liar, and that's why you need to subscribe immediately to this page, because I am putting out fresh knowledge, the nicest of knowledges. All I would have to do in reality is literally just rub everybody's little dinky, which is what everybody else does. And that's what leads you to destruction, is those people that you're watching on YouTube, they don't care about your account. They know they're going to get followers because the people who get followed and I looked on StockTwits on CNNA, I would come out and be like, this is going to go to Expert Market. This is going to go to Gray Sheets. You will lose 60% at open. And what happened? 60% at open, okay? Because I know I've been there. But if I wanted subs, then all I'd have to say is, oh no, it's okay. We're going to be better, because I see the guy that says that stuff and he gets 10 likes and I get nothing. I have to battle for subscribers, even though I'm a better content creator than any of these other dumbasses online doing stocks for the most part. because they're all liars and they're boring. I just have to lie. That's all I have to do. I got the personality for this. The people are the reason why I don't have 1 million subs yet is because I tell the truth and nobody wants to hear the truth. And they don't want to hear the truth, and then this happens. Destruction. That's why truth will always set you free, even if you don't want to hear it. So I hope you enjoy, burning for eternity. Although, let me say this, you can come back from it. You're in this situation right now, you're watching this video, I'm sure you already turned it off because you want to go cry to your little mama. But if you are still watching this video, let this be a lesson to you that this is what happens to people that are greedy. This is what happens in almost every penny stock. This is what happens when it's a scam, and they almost 99% are. So, let it be a lesson. Get better. And listen to me when I speak, because it is valuable information. Because I've been in the situation. And that's why I'm able to call a 60% drop the day before, because it was pretty damn obvious. I mean, if you held yesterday, you just really should work on this. Okay, work on this. Don't just, come work on it. Now, XCPL is one that I've loaded heavy. 15 million shares at 4. I really like that situation. It's currently closing at 5, staying around 5, which is right where the middle band is. It's had a move. It's had a second move. Now, give me a third. The reason why I think the third is going to be bigger and a lot bigger and has a very good chance of actually hitting 3.8, and I may even just hold this as my long position over the next month and a half, it depends. I'm going to hold what I have now for sure. Because in June, the reason why I hated this stock before, I was in it during this run. I caught it from like here to here. Then I sold, and same thing with CNNA, and then boom, back into trips. This was another one that I got because I really don't miss. Now that the reason why I didn't like it before and the reason why I flipped it was obviously because it was overbought, but also because the CEO was a dumbass. He told me that he used a Bloomberg machine to tell if there was no dilution happening. I'm like, you're the CEO, so you would know that. And don't ever patronize me saying that you have a Bloomberg. Hey, don't ever say that again. Now, I think the guy's having health problems. That's a lie. I can tell you that without question. The reason why he's leaving is not to focus on his health. It's because his job, he's done what he did for the private equity, the tribe. He was, he was bowled in by the tribe. They said, go in there and tell the story. He did, and he did a great job. All he had to do, he didn't really have to do much. He's just the front man. Now, all of a sudden, he's unhealthy. It's been long enough. I've been waiting for this to pop back up on my radar. It did. I didn't chase. I waited for it to come to me, and I bought 4. And I loaded 4. And the reason why I'm holding is because that CEO's gone, and the catalyst upcoming is a real one. A new CEO coming into the stock. We'll see what he said, who he is. Now, he could be just some... it depends on what private equity does. I like this stock because whoever's pulling the strings, whatever pickle's pulling the strings, knows what the hell they're doing because they got it from 13 to a penny. Okay, sub 13 to a penny. That's a big run. I'm not expecting that, but because of the bloated share structure. But if you get a very good CEO that comes in, what's going to happen is he's going to tell another story, and that's the reason, because the story's already getting started. Once the CEO comes in, it's a good CEO, I will hold for 3.7, because if they start a pump program and they lay off dilution for a little bit of time, which they update the share structure frequently, so we'll know, if they lay off the dilution, it could easily hit 3.7. And if I have trip 4, 15 million, do the math. Sometimes you want to do a play like this where you have it. Now that I have more money and I can have money for flipping and I can have money for a long stock, if this works, then I'm going to have money for 5 different long stocks and I'm going to have a lot more money for flipping. That's why losing capital is so important, and holding gains is so important, and risk management is so important, and money mitigation is so important. What I mean by that is just spreading your money out and not taking huge losses, because if you go all in on something and you get annihilated, you lose your capital, you lose everything. That's it. Then you got to get 400% to get back to where you're at. Lose $200, don't lose 2 grand. Lose 20 grand, don't lose 200 grand, depending on the size of you. But this one could be a very good long hold because of the private equity involved, because of the new CEO. If he is named to be a very good CEO, I will flip it along the way, but I will be like dead on it. Dead to 3.7. Let's see. TPTW. Yeah, this thing's a turd like it's always been. I've been waiting for this thing to like kind of wake up, and it did. Now, if you look previously, history says, it obviously has gone on runs as well. This was a little bit thinner of a share structure. I think they had been coming off a reverse split. Usually on these dumps, they usually do get a pop. But this thing has been trading along this line for quite some time. You've had your tries to run, but then it's had its pullbacks. I've tried to trade it, but it's just had dilution. Now, the reason why I've re-entered is because I don't see that dilution anymore. There was a lot of T-trades back here. I didn't see T-trades for the past 2 days. I do like that. I do think that that's why it's waking up. And I think if they continue to lay off the spigot and they lay off the share dumping and they do put out some type of news, I think that even tomorrow, just on a rumor enough, it just got to get over 15. You get over 15, you're looking at 2. I'm in at 12. If I can get out between 18 and 2, very good. If I have to sell for a tick or 2 loss, that's fine. But again, I'm not going to hold a bag, and I'm not going to hold dead money if this flatlines for another 6 months. You just got to think about these things. But I do like the situation here. For whatever reason, I don't know anything about this company, and I never will, and I don't care. But something about Juneteenth, I guess they're trying to help black people or something. I don't care. I just don't care about what the stock does. I don't care if they made mirrors and then best mirrors to ever done do it. They are so good at being mirror manufacturers. I just don't care. I don't even care if they were curing cancer. I'd be like, well, that's a lie. And they already have a cure for it anyway, obviously. And it doesn't make a difference. The only thing that makes a difference is the stock going up and me selling it. Or the stock going down and me avoiding a bigger loss than 10%. That's it. That's all that matters in the stock market. That's it. So that's it. I don't know what else to tell you, but we'll see where it goes from here. I am expecting a little bit more of a push tomorrow. I think that today was just a sell-off by a lot of bag holders that were just sick of sitting in a bag. We got rid of them. We got rid of the flippers. Now we see what happens tomorrow. GSAC. I think this is one of my favorite charts. This is also something that I own currently. I really like this because of the volume the other day, because of the RSI hanging over 5.1, because of the MACD not being overbought at all or even anything. I love this look of the push, the slow getting rid of all the people, all the profit takers. Now it's heating up again. I mean, this looks brilliant. If this starts to push through 9 and it gets some news, I'm looking at a target of 18. First stop probably will be 12, 11, 12. If you can get above that and you break that, it's going to 18. If you get the right news and you get trickle up into news, let's say the news, it gets to 9 and then the news comes out, it probably go double depending on what the news is. I love this chart. I love the look. Don't know what GSAC does, but I love this chart. And I love the movement, and I love the volume. Keep an eye. I'm going for these things that are a longer swing. It's not like running that day. I got to keep control of my capital. If I can hold my capital here and just make a couple more $1,000 by the end of this month or by the end of next month at the latest, I'll be day trading. I should have $30,000 in my account soon. I started this page, I was really actually in the dust. I mean, I had $3,000 in my account a couple months ago. In the beginning of May, I had $3,000 in my account, and now I'm about to have 30. because I'm just playing the game. I'm trading how I know how to trade. I'm doing these videos that are helping me to see the market. That's the reason why I'm doing these videos now, is for market visibility. That's a very important thing. It helps me to see setups like this. And when I do, I know what to buy and when to buy. And I wait. And if you have to wait a couple weeks, fine. If you're going to get 50% out of that, good. And if you load heavy enough, if you're making $3,500 on 3 different stocks within 2 weeks, that's what? 11 grand. That's getting you to your goals. That's making good money. You do that in 2 weeks. You do that in a month twice. You're making 22 grand a month. You're making, with my job, I'd be making 400 grand a year. That's the goal. Now, the more capital you have, the more you can spread it up and do even better. Moan, massive volume today. Closed after hours at 20, or where did it close post? No. Oh, I thought it said, why doesn't it have post? Let's look it up because I am actually pretty, look, I don't want to buy this stock. The reason why I don't want to buy this stock is just because of the history. And I mean, yeah, it went up all after hours. This could be the turn on this stock, or it could get dumped again tomorrow. I mean, it just depends on how long the company lays off the dilution, point blank period. That is facts of the matter. This is obviously one of the most diluted stocks I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of JAGX. All these red days in a row. You get one type of... Now, I'll buy this again, but I need to make sure, I need to get confirmation because it's had a lot of these pushes. And the reason why the volume is so high is because the price is so low. I mean, this could just be a dead cat bounce. It's been getting absolutely slammed, but I do like the fact that the after hours kind of held up. It did have good volume in after hours. It could be a gapper tomorrow. But just don't get sucked into this bad boy, because as soon as it turns, everybody gets excited. They start to chase it, and then boom, another 3 straight days of 15, 20%. They are about to vote on a reverse split. We'll have to see what they do with that. But keep watching it. See if it's an actual reversal. If it is, it can push pretty hard, given the fact that these bands are so tight. Definitely doesn't look like a bad buy to me right now. But I've chased this before, and I had to sell for a little bit of a loss. I'm not going to do the same thing twice. I'm going to wait for confirmation. Or a pullback. If it pulls back, I don't know. I just don't know. I hate Moan. It's just trash. Imp, very good long hold. You just have to hold this bad boy. It's the type of thing that it's going to swing between 424 and 4. And then it's going to probably swing between 450 and 420. And then it's going to swing. You're just going to have to deal with those ups and downs. Going into summer with oil prices that usually rise in the summer, you're going to be in good shape, even though that they're pushing EVs, yada, yada, yada. The gas is going to go, or oil is going to go. I think crude is probably going to get back to 100 at one point, probably deep summer in July. You buy now and you just wait. Imp looks great. I got sunned in this because it was mentioned to me on my page, and it was mentioned to me by other people. And look, this is just the same setup as GSAC. Okay, this is why I like it. And I missed this one because I'm a ding dong, and I'm just dumb. RSI's at 86, getting hot, but it looks clean. This chart looks really clean. It looks like a very clean breakout. I would say, though, if you get to 104, you get above $1, you're going to get a little bit of a pushback at $1. That's just the way these things work. Your RSI is really hot. Going to need a cool off. MACD looks fine. But this is a very thin stock. If you're up, you bought in on this pullback at 43 and you're up 92, sell half for the love of God, for the love of Christ Jesus, for the love of the Talmud even. Okay, you just have to get rid of it. You have to. Don't take my word for it. You'll learn. And you could get a third day, but I'm not taking my chances on that pup. GEG. Now, this pulls up on my radar now. Why? Because I'm going to set an alert at what? I'm going to set an alert at who? I'm going to set an alert at I'm going to set an alert where? Now I'm starting to get delirious. That's a 5 hours of workout, and that is the 2 gallons of water that I sweat out in the sauna. And the bacon is smelling like heaven. I should just close this computer and take a dive. but I'm going to wait a little bit because I am going to finish this, and I am going to set an alert for Geggy at 15. Actually, I will set it for 18 to start paying attention, and we're going to be looking for the pop. Set your alerts for 18. Go to your charts, check your charts, see what it looks like. You get back down to that bad boy, you're looking sweet. Oh man, I would love fit because you're looking right at that middle band. That's where it's going to pull back to. Okay. And then it's either going to bounce, which I think it will because this has a lot of pop to it. We're going to start looking at 18. That's really all I can say. I love these setups because they had a big push. I didn't chase and I never would. And I very good for the people that bought low. I hope you sold, and we're looking for the my original my first buy at 18 to 15, and we're looking at a your buyback, so to speak, at 18 to 15. Looks great. I love these setups, waiting for them to come down to the sweet spot, not buying just out of oblivion, following the chart and playing the chart. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Another one. Now, this has a gap in the trips. I don't love that. Because you're at 2 now. We set an alert. It's almost at 16 now. That's where previous resistance seemed to be. I'm not going to trust that this line holds because it's way overbought. I mean, you had a run from like trip 5, trip 6, all the way to almost dub 5 in 2 days. I'm setting my alert at 0.0. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't care. But I'm setting my alert at 0.0011 to start paying attention. And if it fills this gap at 8, I will smash 9s. I will smash 9s. I will. It's enough. Give me 9. Give me 9. For the people that bought 5, yeah, just don't do that. And you won't feel like, for the people that bought 5 in this stock, or anywhere near it, 4, 3, and you didn't sell. Back in the olden days, I'd say about in the 1700s, 1600s, one of the ways of torture was they would hollow out a big log, big tree trunk, and they'd put the person in it, and they would lash their body. So they'd give them little cuts everywhere. Okay, just little open wounds, right? Middle of the summer, they put you in the log and they close it. Okay. They push you out into a lake or into a pond, any body of water where you can't do anything about it. And you sit there and you rot and you poop in the log. And the log is small enough that you're just going to shit and shit and shit. You're going to survive. I think they feed you ahead of time, but you're going to start to get infections in all your wounds. I don't know if they'd feed you. I don't know how they kept you alive, but they kept you alive. And you just poop in the log all day, and then you'd get it so infected that you would die of a very slow infection in your own poop. In a very tight spot. Not only am I claustrophobic, but I don't like my own poop on me. I enjoy pooping into a place that takes it away almost immediately. I don't get in the toilet and go for a dip. I don't crawl into a tight space for my leisure time. I don't go into a tight cave because I want to enjoy myself. So don't do that. Don't go into a tight corner and poop all over your body. That's weird. That's what the 3 buyers, the 4 buyers, and the high 4 buyers think of themselves, as a poop-covered tight person in a tight spot. Don't be that. Spread your legs. Have clean skin. You'll be better off. But yeah, let's not chase. We don't chase. We wait for the pullback. We see it go. We say, ah, damn, we missed it. Oh no. Okay, well, what's the chart looking like? Where's the pullback coming to? Because that's really how you trade. If you're not following what I'm saying, then you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. I know. I'm talking about penny stocks here. Okay, you don't hold them. You just don't hold them. EPAS. Oh, I've always said 5. Now, is it going to actually finally fill this gap down here? Probably not. It's going to take bad news to do that. Probably like a reverse split. Here's the now. I don't like that gap down here. If you're going to buy it and hope for something good, you're going to buy it here. It would be a triple bottom. Bottom up. Bottom up. Bottom up. W formation. Technicals oversold. Volume 10 million, not amazing, but not bad. That's still 50 grand going into the stock, so there still is liquidity. Yeah, I mean, just be careful that bad news doesn't come out to fill this gap, because the gap is at 3.3. I mean, it's not like that much lower than this. So if I buy this stock, I'm going to set an alert for 0.0035. Because I'm not going to buy it here. Third time could be a charm, and it could easily get back to 7 at least. I mean, this is a very, very strong support. Make up your own mind. If you're in the stock, this is support. If you're thinking about buying the stock, this is support. But I would much rather scoop. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on this one. But this is a very major support. It seems like concrete. And I hope it is. If you're holding or if you're a new buyer, hopefully it's concrete for you. I'm about to eat the hell out of this bacon and then go back to the gym because I'm a madman and I don't stop. There is no quit in me. You have a specific amount of drive in you. You got to use it. You have the choice to be lazy. You have the choice to not watch these videos and set your alerts. You have the choice to gamble your money away. You have the choice to be in CNNA and not listen to wisdom and not listen to truth and get sent to the bottom of the ocean to live with the coral.